I just said to hell with it. I got a dog, got a new CD.
Oh, my God.
How are you, people?
Look at when guests are just coming in.
Wow, this is awesome.
I was sitting there going, why is my story losing focus? Why is everybody... It's almost like a legendary wrestler walked in or something.
And Ginger Lynn on top of it.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, Bill. We started looking at Ginger Lynn.
And that's how the world's going to end. But let's move on.
Exactly. That's a prime example of what you were just talking about.
The Illuminati just sent them in.
It's like, quick, send them in. Bill's on to us. Bill's talking about banking and
just the wrestler? No, and the porn star.
The Fed and everything.
At the same time.
Get him on both levels.
It's always good when Ginger Lynn's in studio to be sitting next to Bill Burr, too. That's the luck I have.
You want to switch seats?
No.
We could do that easily.
Jimmy.
Bill's not as distracting. I like Bill.
Come on, Jim.
Meanwhile, you guys have kind of banished me over here on the
No,
corner.
look at this.
Why is Mick over there? Come on, Mick.
We feel bad,
I
Mick.
feel left out.
Look, you lost weight.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll find it.
You want to move him to the table? We can squeeze in.
I dropped a couple of these.
Let's squeeze him in.
Get a goddamn
He wants to
chair.
trade. I'll sit over there.
Not
Provided
one
nothing horrific has happened there in the last 10 days.
Do you guys know that Ginger and I are tight?
Really?
Then why doesn't she sit on your lap?
I can do that. Are you okay with that?
I am.
All right, then why don't you get out?
Why wouldn't he be? Who wouldn't be?
Come on, Mick.
I'm not wearing diapers like the last time I saw you.
Wow.
Why are you wearing diapers?
We've got history.
Fetish or
together.
surgery?
I
No.
completely forgot about the Fed.
I'll come over and sit on your lap and tell.
Wow, that
Yeah, come on over
was
here.
a hell of a career. She's wearing
there we
diapers,
go.
right?
Just,
all right, there's
Look at
Hi,
that.
Mick.
Hi, Ginger.
How do you guys know each other?
Mick came into my show that I was doing on Playboy on Sirius when I was doing it with Christy Canyon.
Yes.
And we actually ended up, I thought it would be cute to wrestle with Mick. So,
You wrestled a
but
little bit.
I didn't know what to
Did you
wear.
smack her in the face with a chair?
So
Hey, it's the only thing I know.
I have to tell you, I'd never
Put that
heard.
sock on his dick.
I did not. I was not aware of the freedoms that being on Sirius satellite
right.
allowed performers. And
Yes.
I was in the green room listening to Christy and Ginger, and they were you were performing cunnilingus on Christy as part of a bet.
Wow.
And I'm in the,
Cunnilingus. I was eating your pussy, honey.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Can I say that here?
Yes, we actually prefer it in any context.
You're blushing now.
I'm blushing because I realized Sam is a video camera. I could have other side. Well, I said, no, honey, we just pretended that she was sitting on my lap.
That's for Sam's personal catalog, believe me.
Here, I'll move on.
No,
the biggest
I enjoyed
fan
it.
ever.
I enjoyed it. And,
Ridiculous.
and I was really thinking about running out the door. Opening the green room door, just saying this is a mistake, and running out. And when I walked in on Ginger and Christy's world, the first thing Christy said was, "Mick, you spent a lot of time on the beach today. That face is kind of red." And but then it was literally like magic there, right? Like I was supposed to be on for 15 minutes, and I went to 3 hours.
I find that hard to believe that two porn girls licking each other's pussies would be a fun place to be, Mick.
Yeah, you didn't sell it well enough for everybody.
Wait, the show is...
No, wait, but I want to hear about the wrestling, because I heard Ginger say that she was wearing diapers. I picked up on that.
You know, I've been practicing martial arts for about 20 years, and I thought, Mick Foley, okay, I can take Mick, but he's a little bit bigger than me, and I thought, well, how can I distract him in the best way? So Christy and I took our tops off, and we put diapers on, so we did adult diaper wrestling.
That'll do it.
Can I
Mick,
just
you're
say
6'5".
something?
An adult diaper match. You getting diapers. I said get those diapers. $40 million the bitch couldn't even win.
I don't know who won, Mick. Do you remember?
I remember Ginger kind of whispering to me right before we went on. She was like, "Don't worry, we won't hurt you."
Oh, wow.
And they had a safety word so that if things got out of hand,
What was it, coming?
she gave me the safe. She goes, "How about your safety word is I love Christy's big titties." And so I never was in a position where I had to say those words until I was home by myself later that evening. And said the safety word over and over.
Damn.
But I'm going to make a shocking admission here, and this is nothing that Ginger doesn't know, is that for anyone who has never been in a situation where they're diaper wrestling with two, not just porn stars, but icons.
Yeah.
You know, and Ginger's cool with this. She knows that Christy was my girl, that I am a monogamous masturbator. But that, I'd certainly caught a Ginger Lynn film over the years, but I find these two iconic performers who are writhing on me. And I could only think of my physicals in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade going out for sports, where the guy's gonna feel your balls, and you're not supposed to be aroused in any way, but you're hoping that you're not like shrinking unto yourself.
You need just enough.
Just enough. And
not embarrassing.
And while they're down, there was some incidental contact made with my genitals.
Oops.
Yeah, well,
and I'm like,
wrestling.
and I'm that same thing. I'm like, please don't do this to me. Nothing. I had nothing.
How horrible was your dick?
It was like pulling the head in the sand trick.
How awful! They had such high expectations
and I felt
too.
bad for the girls because I didn't want them to take it personally.
Yeah. It was just little nerves.
Yeah.
You were a little nervous.
Did they change your name to Androgynous Kind?
I don't remember it that way.
How do you know?
Wait,
I
Ginger
remember
remembers it
that you were quite impressive in all areas.
Wow, maybe you're selling yourself short.
So I'm thinking if that was
Maybe
crawled
his
back
wife
up
is
inside,
listening.
oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do it if it wasn't.
They probably had a raging hard on, but he knows his wife's listening.
Yeah, he had to tell his wife, it was terrible.
I just didn't find it exciting, honey.
All I could do was just think of you, sweetheart.
Yeah, I thought of our wedding and how this,
The day-to-day monotony of this relationship.
How long? So when was the last film you did?
My last film, I actually was in the spring of this year.
Oh wow, you're still working? Okay.
No, I stopped.
Oh, you did?
No, I did. I worked. I think it was March. It was just released last week. It's called Saw. It's the porn version of Saw.
Okay.
First scene that I ever did 27 years ago was with Ron Jeremy. And believe it or not, I still stayed in porn. I don't know why.
Yeah. Did he smell? He's a buddy of mine too. But people say he would get a little gamey after a shoot.
Yeah, not just after a shoot. He's gotten better because my last scene ever was with Ronnie again in the movie Saw.
Ooh, that's a perfect bookend.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Very
I thought Rocky Balboa went out on a high.
Begin and end the series with the same scene.
Right.
You know, Ronnie he wears the same sweatpants pretty much every day for the last 10 years.
My kind of guy.
Yeah, but you might want to wash him in between. You don't smell funny. So he does have kind of a stench on occasion. But
now, where is the stench? Is it his chest hair, or his body, his balls?
It's kind of the whole thing, and then he covers it up with not deodorant, but cologne.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to be careful because I'm doing a radio show
He's
with him
old
later
school.
today.
He's old school.
Why don't you? You got enough juice in this business to be like? Can you bathe before you do that to me?
But I didn't work with him in between, so we had a 26-year space that we didn't work.
You thought maybe you cleaned up.
Yeah.
I thought maybe, and then
Can I
it
draw a
wasn't as
wrestling
bad.
parallel here?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I was on the record, and a few fans thought that I was disrespecting Stone Cold Steve Austin by saying, when asked who the hardest hitters were, I said, there was a guy named Vader, who really racked your brains with those forearms. He'd come in with left to right, left, and just when you thought you'd kind of go with him, he'd hit you with 3 straight rights. But he was like another generation, and I said something like, but I'll tell you what, when that crowd was going and Austin's adrenaline was really running, being on the receiving end of his comeback punches was no day at the park. And then I said, but, you couldn't say anything because he was Stone Cold Steve Austin. You couldn't go by, hey, kid, you want to take it a little easier on me? Forget about the crowd and the fact that all these people are here to see you and that you're putting my kids through college. Take it easy on those punches. Same thing with Ron Jeremy. You really can't bring it up because he is the Stone Cold Steve Austin of porn.
That works.
He actually looks more like the Captain Lou Albano.
So the last scene you did was with Jared. Was there a period where you stopped working when you first started?
Yes, a long period. I made my first 69 films in a 2-year, 3-month space.
Hear what
It
you
wasn't
said.
intentional, but I
Anthony.
did. It just happened.
69.
I think I actually had you in the 69 position last time I saw you.
And that's when absolutely
That's
nothing.
how I
nothing
won.
happened. it was.
Damn. True. Well, something about a diaper in your face probably wasn't too sexy.
How many years did you take off?
I
Speak for
might have
yourself.
lost the diaper at that point.
Well, don't fall.
But I took a 13-year, I stopped, thought I'd never come back, came back for a couple of years, made another 7 or 8 films, stopped for 10, came back a little over a year ago.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? The industry, it's just not what it used to be. I love sex. I love passion. I love everything that the build up and the kissing and then the nasty and the nice and all the different, you know? And when I came back, I did a few movies, and this is why I quit. I was on a set with a guy, and I'm now in the MILF category. So I get there and I walk in, and I like to find out what turns you on, what you like. And I went up and I said, "Hi, I'm Ginger, and we're going to be working together. What do you like?" And he goes, "I don't talk to performers before we work together." And he's like 18 or 19. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe he's going to have a little difficulty, and, you know, I might make him uncomfortable. So I'll let him have his little time that he needs. And we start the scene, and I'm on my knees, and I'm
Sucking his dick?
sucking his dick. Well, I start to, and he goes, whoa, that's not how you do it. And I stopped, and I looked at the camera. It was one of those things where... And I looked at him and I said, "Honey, I've been doing this longer than you've been alive. I have awards for this. Shut the fuck up." And it ruined the whole... It was just like awful.
The whole vibe is ruined,
It was, you know, I mean... And,
That's
you know,
not how you
maybe
do it?
what did he
was
want?
his dick in your mouth?
Yes,
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I think I won't say his name, Mikey Butter. And
Mikey
I guess his thing is you
dumb
want
name.
him to do it really slow, you know. But I have my thing in the way I start and the way I go, and it wasn't his. But you could have said, "Baby, I like this a little
She's
better."
got a way.
Like, if he would have asked you to slow down a little bit, but nicely.
I would have, you know what? I'm accommodating. I would have absolutely have done that. And had we spoken ahead of time, you could have said, you know, the tip's really sensitive. Stay away from that, or don't touch my balls. But I'm not going to go in and be, you know, I give a good blowjob. I really do. So
Well, there's only one way to find out. It's not about me. It's about...
Can I ask a pointed
research.
question after I just want to mention my book so I get out of the way.
Why? This is the perfect
Countdown to
segue into your book,
Lockdown,
My Raging Hard-On.
A hardcore journal. In my last book, I did talk about the first time I was on the show with Christy and Ginger, and how I could never run for political office.
Yeah, that's pretty much you
Once
give up.
once they've got photographs of you simulating 69 with
You give up any
two
chance.
porn icons.
Those
yeah.
pictures come out, it's all over.
There are a few Christy mentions in the book.
you have to mention
But
Christy.
I love Christy. And
You really do.
We all do.
And can I tell you,
Please.
one of my fondest sexual memories, but this is after I ask you a question as an expert in the field of adult. How important is incorporating the balls?
How important is incorporating